Hi everyone, my name is Megan, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to wax your skis. So, what we're going to do here is, if you see the base of this ski, how it's all white here, and it's all white on this side, that is not what you want in a ski. So, if you want it to look nice and black, I'll show you how it looks when you're done. So, we're going to be learning how to glide wax. So the first thing we're going to do, put our ski on the form. I already adjusted it to fit this ski, but before you put it in the form, you want to make sure it's adjusted to the right size of your ski. So yeah, there's many different ways to do glide waxing. This is just the way I like to use, and it saves the most wax, I find. So, what we're going to do, we're going to heat the wax with the iron, and then we're going to chalk it on. See how it's dripping off the end? Try to keep your drip on the ski so you waste the least amount of wax. So, chalk it on like that. You should get a nice pattern like that. Once you're done with that, you start from the tip, and you just slowly pass, ironing it in. You should see a little bit of melt in the back, and it'll look all nice. When we're done, you can do one more pass. And see how it's all evenly covered there? That's what you want. So really take your time with this part, make sure it's all evenly covered. If the iron is smoking, your iron is either too hot or you're moving too slow. So to know what temperature your iron goes at, you can look at the top of the box and it'll say, right there it says the temperature your iron should be at, and then you just turn the little knob and you set your iron to that. So on this side, I'm going to show you a different way. So we chalked it on that side, but this side we're going to use the drip technique. This one uses a little bit more wax, but it's a little bit easier to understand. So you just drip it on like that. See how there's some nice wax on there? And it all made a nice line on the ski. And then you start, and you wax it in. It should be the same as the other one. You should see a nice coating as you pass by. And again, do not stop moving the iron when you're on the ski. And then you can do one more slow pass. And it should be a nice coating along the whole ski. Okay, so we just finished hot waxing our ski, so now we waited until it cooled down so it's not hot anymore. If you touch it, it still feels hot, let it sit for a little bit longer. But right now, it's all nice and cold, it's not hot anymore, so you can really see the nice coating of wax that was put on the ski. So remember how before it was all white and just not looking good? Now it's black and there's a nice coating of wax on top. So what we're going to do now is we're going to scrape it off. I know it doesn't make too much sense to iron it in and scrape it off, but that's what we're going to be doing. So I'm just going to get into the thing. So we're going to start with this little thing. It looks like a pen. It's the groove scraper. There's a small end and a big end. So we're going to start with the small end. Start from the tip of your ski. Go all the way down, get what you can out. And then you're going to use the big end. Whoops. I like to use my hand as kind of the guide so it doesn't slip out of the groove. I also want to make sure I do this before I scrape the other wax off the ski. That way, if it does slip out of the groove, it's only the wax that I'm scratching and not the base of my ski. So the next part I'm going to do, you're going to grab your scraper. I like to use a 4mm scraper, but they also come in 5mm. I just prefer the 4mm one. So you're going to do the edge of your ski, and again we're going to do this before we scrape the rest of the wax off. In case we slip, we don't want to scrape the base of our ski, we just want to scratch the wax that's on top. So we'll get all that off there. Okay, so the next part, we're going to take our scraper, we're going to start from the tip of our ski, and we're going to go and scrape all the wax off. So this is a classic ski with fish scales, so I'm just going to stop where the drip zone ends, but if you were glide waxing a skate ski, you would continue all the way down the ski and do it all in one shot. So you just keep scraping until you don't get any more off, and you want to push it rather than drag it, because if you drag it then you can slip a lot easier. So you want to push it. you really want to put pressure on your thumbs and your index fingers and just push through the wax like that. And then you keep going until you don't get any more off. So right now, I'm not getting any more off. And you see, it's a nice shiny base now. So I'm just gonna do quick on the other end now. And we'll get to our brushing. Okay, so we could stop here after we scraped. This ski is okay to go out and ski on, but we're gonna go one step further with the brushing. So you wanna start with a harder brush first and work your way down to softer brush. So we're gonna use 3 brushes today, but you really only need to use 1. You can even use 2. This part is really just up to you and how much brushing you wanna do. So I'm gonna start with this one. I like to do 2 passes with this one until I get that all off. And then I'm gonna move on to this one. So this one is a little bit softer than that one. So I like 3 passes with this one. And you see all the wax. There's a lot more wax coming out now. Okay, and then this is a finish brush, so it's a lot softer. And then I like to do 3 passes with this one. You can do as many as you want. This part is really up to you. And then when you're done, you have a nicely waxed ski, and you're good to go out and ski. So make sure you do both of your skis. And number 1 rule of ironing, do not leave the iron on the ski without moving it. So, thank you, and come back for the next video on how to choose your wax.